Someone went and covered the windows. When I was out here, the last time I was in that bathroom, someone's squatting in there, for sure, and take their shoes off. I heard footsteps like this, just like walking through the gravel. Literally as I was in that room. So like either someone was out here in one of these sheds or was walking around already. But someone went and covered up the windows. You can see they covered up the windows. They drew the blinds and they put things there so people can't see in. Yeah, they put one of the doors there in front of that too. Yeah, that's really official looking, isn't it? When you look at it, it's really official. One of the closet doors or what have you. See, it's really weird to me because I was literally in that room. I can't tell you how long. A minute? I was in that room for like a minute. And then I hear like footsteps on the gravel. See, someone's probably squatting in that room. In that building. And this one stinks really, really bad. It stinks really, really bad. And this one, There's no other. There's that door right there, and you can't go out that way. But yeah, it was so weird being in that room and then hearing footsteps right out here on the gravel. And I heard it legibly, audibly, as plain as day. So it's not like I'm just like making stuff up. See, and it looks like they did the same thing with this one here. They put boards or whatever in the windows to create more privacy. That's really weird. Did they take that back door down then? Did they fully remove it off of the hinges? No. The door is still there. That's locked. Huh. Weird. Very weird. And this building is not structurally sound. I would hate to be squatting in here and have the ceiling fall down. This place is so creepy. There's obviously someone squatting in there. There's so obviously people staying in there. When I saw the shoes pulled out right by the exit door there, and then those doors pulled out, like the closet doors, to put against the windows. These are probably the people that were there when I was here last time, and I heard those footsteps. And that's why they're like, well, we're going to put things in the window, and then they can't see anything. I'm just waiting for someone to come out and investigate. One of the bums to come out and investigate while I'm walking around and filming. Maybe I should turn this into a First Amendment audit of the La Casita restaurant. There's dangerous bums hiding out in there, and I'm doing a public service by conducting a First Amendment audit of the premises. Should I do that? Okay, I'm going to conduct a nighttime First Amendment audit, but this time I can only stay on a publicly accessible sidewalk right here. They're smart though, they created their own privacy. It's not going to help though. Not if I already phoned the popo and they're on their way. Help, 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 help. Help, 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 help. We're squatting illegally. I swear I can hear like shuffling inside the building. Sir, I can see you peeking. You're gonna have to do a lot better than that. My feet are on the publicly accessible sidewalk. They didn't do so good over here. See, I can zoom all the way into the window. There's nothing to see, but I can still zoom right into it. They tried, though. They tried it with that little white thing at the bottom of the window. They tried, though. These people next door here are probably like, what the fuck is he doing? Go about your business, people. I'm just conducting a nighttime audit, First Amendment audit of this premises. I have reason to believe some dangerous bum is holed up here. Urbexer at day and First Amendment auditor by night. This will really annoy them. Oh no, there's light coming inside the building that I don't own, that I'm squatting in illegally. Oh no. What's that? You didn't want attention being drawn to the building? What's that, everyone? They didn't want attention being drawn to the building? Maybe I should First Amendment audit that fucking satin bridle in Roy. Help, help, help. See, they won't call the cops because they're here illegally. Squatting illegally. They don't own the building. Sure, it's not entirely legal to go Urbex in it, but I'm not fucking living inside the building. And I'm also not I'm not damaging the building in an attempt to create more privacy. That's another thing that I never did. I never touched anything or took anything to damage the building. I only took pictures. See, there's definitely people in that building, for sure. And I think there's people in this building, too. This building is really fucked, though. I've never been in the basement. I was actually going to go film an Urbex in the basement, and I'm like, well, I think there's people hiding out. Probably. Help, help, help. We're squatting illegally. Help. Squatters' rights. We're trying to prevent harmless urbexing from occurring on the property. Even though technically we have no claim to the property. We don't own it. Then people call the cops. They're like, this guy's standing around here filming. I will tell them exactly what I already said. I have reason to believe that there are a person or persons hiding out in either of these buildings. And I'm just conducting a First Amendment audit. Sure, they're abandoned buildings, so you shouldn't even give a shit. Except they're not abandoned because there's people squatting in them. I'll just continue on with my audit for a little bit more, and then I'll look at that. Look at that apartment right there. Look at that astounding view of this dump. Help, help, help. There's people getting high in these buildings. Help. I don't feel safe. See, and I always show where my feet are. Publicly accessible. Kind of defeats the purpose because I was going to Urbex, but whatever. It's not a presently in business. This is basically just a joke, First Amendment audit. It's obviously not fucking serious. I'm just curious if someone's going to come rushing out or peeking their head around. It's really weird to me because it seems like someone might actually be living in the bathroom in there. Which is just weird to me, but... like, this is the worst First Amendment audit ever. Well, I don't have a 360 camera. Sorry. I do not own a 360. My whole body is the 360. It's just weird to me that they would leave the back, their only way in, completely wide open and not even close it. That's weird to me. I'll round it out to maybe 8 or 9, maybe 10 minutes, and then we'll call it a night. These people have gone and pissed me off. I wanted to Urbex in peace, and then they're like, no, this is our house. And I'm like, I think I was here first. Possibly. Maybe. Don't quote me on that. I was here Urbexing here first. That's for sure. Those people on the airplane have the right idea. Here, help, get us out of here. Get us the fuck out of Utah. would be really hilarious to like do a First Amendment audit at the Satin Bridal, and some of the ghosts come out to like tell me to fuck off. That would be funny, because that place is haunted. I don't think either of these buildings are haunted. They're just well, they're haunted, but they're haunted by crackheads. They're not haunted by ghosts or anything. Okay. I guess we could call it a night. It's fucking hilarious. I just pulled a fucking, like, almost 10-minute long audit and a fucking 2 abandoned buildings of a restaurant. Because I was going to do urbexing, goddammit. There's people in there squatting. And that makes me mad. That's valuable film time that's being wasted.